Hi, my name is Lacey Fenton, and I am in the middle of a leadership program through NATE online. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've learned about myself through this program and how it has changed the way I view leadership and my personal philosophy for leadership. When I first started this program, I thought I knew quite a bit about leadership. I had played lots of sports, and throughout high school I did a training course through school, and I learned a lot about lifting and the different kinds of working out and stretching techniques and all that stuff. The first thing I noticed when I started this was that many of the people taking this online course were already well into this industry, and they already knew quite a bit. They'd already been to gyms and were part of gyms and already quite strong leaders. So I learned a lot from these people because unlike everybody else, I'm just starting. I haven't had a whole lot of experience, and it's nice to see everybody else's views on things. When I started the course, I thought it would be a lot about, a lot of writing and like essays and all that stuff. We did do a lot of writing, but it really helped me to read everybody else's views, and it changed what I completely thought. I thought leadership was just like a manager or a coach, or it was just someone who was appointed to be a leader. It wasn't someone you chose. Now when I think about it, I think of leaders as a completely different thing. I have friends that I now view as leaders because of the different aspects they carry. My parents, I never really thought of them as leaders. They were more like mentors to me, but now I see that they really were. I thought this course was just, it was just going to be about how to lead and the proper way to lead and how it was going to affect us with our clients. But I'm now noticing that it's building stuff inside of you to make you a better person as a leader and in your profession. Right off the beginning, one of the first modules was about our personality types and how that was going to affect us. I got an ISFJ. This meant that I was quiet and shy, which I already knew, and I knew that this had kind of a negative effect on me and that I was always going to have to work on it. I put lots of energy into making other people happy, which I believe is a good thing to have as a leader. The only problem is I noticed that I stopped taking care of myself, and that's something I don't want to do, and that I know I'm going to have to work on now, and put more energy into it. I now, from seeing what other people have to say, I realize that it's good to help other people as a leader, but then you're going to have to put that time apart for you to look after yourself. I know that I have to stay healthy, and in order for people to want to follow me, I'm going to have to be a good role model to these people. I'm very organized, and I like to stay on time, and I'm very dedicated to being on time and meeting deadlines and things like that. I know that I'm a little too strict with this. Not everything needs to be set at like an exact time or date, and that I need to be a little bit more flexible with this. The thing that struck me most about this course was when I first started, I definitely thought that managers and leaders were the exact same thing. I thought of my leaders in my life were the managers. I never thought of them as anybody else I would look up to or want to follow. Many of the people that I thought as leaders, they weren't good leaders. They were people who were just, telling you what to do, and you were afraid of them. You wanted to do the best you could to impress them. It wasn't someone you felt comfortable around. I've now learned that people follow by choice, and I've noticed in my life, now that I think of it this way, there are quite a few people in my life that follow me or come to me for advice, or when I make my life changes, they do too. And I didn't realize this was because I was a leader. I just thought, I didn't really think much of it, to be honest. People connect through emotions, and that's what makes them want to follow you. When you have a strict manager, you don't really you don't really feel connected to them. In order to be a good leader, you have to make your clients feel connected to you. They have to be comfortable to talk to you about anything. If you aren't connected to them, they're not going to tell you if they're injured or if they're uncomfortable doing something. This is something I'm going to have to change because I'm such a quiet and shy person. I'm noticing that I'm not very approachable, and that's going to affect my career big time if I don't make a change. I've started to try with my coaching that to set aside time for each individual and just talk to them on more of a personal level about how they're feeling and how our training is affecting them, instead of just as a group deciding, because the people that aren't comfortable are not going to say something in front of everybody else. The next thing I always thought was so important, even before I became more of a leader in my life and learned all this stuff, was visions and goals. I believe those are so important. If you don't have a vision or goal, it is so hard to accomplish something. I have changed though. My goals and visions were so they're so out of what I could do. I had to be more of a realist when it came to deciding these things. I believe a vision is made up of little goals, and I stand behind this 100%. An example I have seen so many times is when people try to lose weight and they set that their vision is just to lose weight and become more healthy, and their goals are how much weight or how more healthy. And when you reach that goal and realize that it really wasn't that difficult, you're going to try to keep expanding on that. And I believe that is just amazing. I had some visions coming into this course that I did realize they weren't achievable and that I was pushing myself way too hard. I think it's important to stay true to yourself, and although we need to change in order to become better leaders, I believe we need to find it within ourselves. For example, I'm quiet and shy. I don't put myself in the center of attention and try to get people's attention. As a leader, though, I don't think we need to make ourselves the center of attention. We just need to be approachable and kind. You need to make time with those people who don't seem connected. For clients, they have to be comfortable with you. If you see they're struggling or something, you can't just turn a blind eye to it. You need to say something. This is going to be hard for me, and I know I will work on it. I have been in the position where I'm the quiet, shy one who doesn't want to say anything to the leader, and when a leader comes up to you and makes you feel more involved, you do so much better in your performance. A vision is never ending. Like I said, you just keep making goals to achieve that vision to a further extent. You have to be so committed, and that's something that I know I'm very strong at. When I was playing soccer, I wanted to become professional, and obviously that hasn't happened. My vision has changed a little bit. My goals were to go up and make better, I went from recreational to club, and I achieved that goal, and I did really well. My vision has now changed from wanting to become professional to helping people who were in my position and didn't really know where to start. I find this really actually easy because it's a passion of mine, and I can tell that the people I coach know it's a strong passion of mine. I'd now like to finish with my personal philosophy of leadership. I believe a leader has to empower by proof and actions and create a sense of hope for their clients. You need to be able to put others before yourself, and also you need to be able to serve as a model to followers so they have someone to look up to. Thanks.